There's been a lot of things this season that have blown me away. Pause. This season though, we have had our fair share of surprises and disappointment. And if you want to know my opinion on the disappointing players so far this season, make sure you go and check out that video I dropped not too long ago. But in today's video, we're going to be positive because positivity is what's needed in this world. I don't need no negativity in my life consistently. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the surprises of the 2021-22 NBA season. Because this year has already gone off to a crazy start. You got players playing far better than people anticipated. You got award races looking crazy like they're gonna come down to the last game of the season. And you got teams playing far better than a lot of us anticipated. And whenever shit like that happens, you know your boy Young Mustard gotta talk about it. So let's do exactly that. While you're watching, make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and press that bell for post notifications. And do me the privilege to give a shout out to the sponsors of this video, The Game Day. Now, if you don't know The Game Day, then trust me, you're about to know about them in a second. The Game Day is one of my favorite websites and channels on YouTube. Their channel has a lot of videos that you can go and watch about the NFL and NBA. They also got some gaming collabs with MMG, and your boy Young Mustard might be there soon if you know what I'm saying. But what I wanted to focus on today was their website, primarily their NBA picks of the day. As when you go to their website, they have their picks for the odds of awards, and they have their picks for the games that are happening that day. So if you're in any doubt on what you want to bet on, whether it's an award or it's a game, make sure you go and check out the Game Day's picks of the day, and trust me, your confusion will cease to exist. But let's move on to start off this list of our surprises, and I gotta say the Golden State Warriors, let's just talk about them real quick. Now, before this season got underway, I gotta say I already knew the Warriors were gonna have a solid season, but man, I ain't gonna cap, I didn't think they'd be this good. Because if you go back to the beginning of the season, I dropped a video saying the Warriors are gonna be the most dangerous team in the NBA. Hell, I didn't think they'd be the best team in the NBA though, because currently they have the best record in the Western Conference. They've only lost 2 games, and not only do they have the best record out west, but they got the best record throughout the entire NBA. They got wins against the Nets, they beat the Clippers, they beat the Lakers, and my goodness, they just look unstoppable right now. And it's crazy to think that they're still going to get better as a team, not only with chemistry over time, but also when Klay Thompson and James Wiseman get back to join the team from injury. Because with the way that team is collectively playing right now, and certain individuals are balling outside of Steph Curry, players like Jordan Poole and Andrew Wiggins, I'm talking about y'all, and combined with the fact that defensively they are more than holding their own thanks to the efforts of Draymond anchoring that defense and other guys playing really good team defense as well. I gotta say, man, the Warriors not only look like a legit threat to win this championship, but they also look like they're gonna continue the dynasty. And as someone who is a big Steph Curry fan, that being my favorite player, I have to say I'm loving it, for real, I am. But speaking of things I love, I gotta say, out in Orlando, despite them losing games, Cole Anthony is surprising the hell out of me, and like I said, I love it. Now I know some of you guys may think it's a random thing for me to mention, but the reason I wanted to point it out is, for one, nobody's gonna talk about the Magic, so I feel like it's my just due to do that. But secondly, and more importantly, we may be seeing a young star guard on the rise in Orlando named Cole Anthony. Because despite the Magic only having 4 wins in their win column, Cole Anthony has had a great breakout season in his sophomore year, averaging just short of 20 points a game along with 6 assists and 7 rebounds, shooting 42% from the field, 37% from 3 on nearly 8 attempts a game, and 86% at the free throw line, which accumulates to a true shooting percentage of 55%. And the reason this is such a big deal is, for starters, the Magic have needed a point guard in what feels like forever. Like, what's the last time they've had a good point guard? Jameer Nelson? It's been that fucking long. But secondly, considering this is his second season at 21 years of age, I have to say the room for improvement is tremendous. He can improve defensively, as a playmaker, his efficiency, and if he does all of that, we could be looking at one of the better point guards in the NBA for years to come. And it's crazy because in his rookie year, he didn't look that good. A lot of people were even saying he should have spent more time in college. I was a little bit against that because you get the bag when you can get the bag, and Cole Anthony got his bag, and it looks like another bag is coming his way with his performances so far. Shout out to Cole Anthony, because like I said, nobody's gonna talk about it, but I, Young Mustard, I'm gonna show him some love because he deserves it. But you know who else deserves some love? Some of these rookies, primarily this Rookie of the Year race. I gotta say, man, these guys look great so far. And I'm talking about Scotty Barnes and Evan Mobley, the 2 biggest surprises of this draft class. And I'm not saying surprises in terms of them having good seasons, but surprises in terms of how impactful they've been so far in their rookie year. I mean, when you look at one of them in Evan Mobley, this guy has already playing at an elite level defensively. Like, I don't think enough people understand how crazy that is. You don't see that from a lot of bigs in NBA history, much less over the last 10 to 15 years. Hell, just look at James Wiseman and DeAndre Ayton. The jury is out on James Wiseman, but Ayton has grown into one of the better rim protectors in the entire league. But the story wasn't the same in his rookie season. But in the case of Evan Mobley, this is a guy that if the season ended today, he would make an all-defensive team, and that says a lot. And even offensively, the guy has the ability to go out there and be very versatile. He's a solid passer out of the post. I love the two-man game that they do with him and Darius Garland on occasion. His jump shot isn't there yet, but you can definitely see the promise and foundation with it. And even with his ability on the perimeter, he has a nice little handle for a player of his size, so that Durant type of potential, it's coming soon. Be ready. But speaking on being ready, the Raptors, they were clearly ready for what they were getting out of Scottie Barnes, because Scottie Barnes, man, this brother is nice. I'm talking confidence with the mid-range jumper. Defensively, he looks like he's already showing elite signs moving forward. And even as a passer, he may not have the assist numbers, but when you watch the game, this guy has the ability to make the right reads and passes, whether it's in the half court or in transition, and those are the things that I like to see from rookies. So this rookie of the year race is going to be pretty close, and especially when Cade gets back in his bag eventually, because he's already showing potential, and sure, his efficiency isn't the best, but if you've been watching the games, you know he's just missing shots that eventually over time with reps, he's going to start making. And when that happens, man, look out, league finished. But speaking of the league being finished, that brings us to the modern day Michael Jordan himself, Demar fucking Derozan. I mean, when you talk about a quote-unquote resurgence year, Demar's been having that. And I have to say quote-unquote because some people just forgot about him when he went to San Antonio, even though he was still a really good player, if not, you could argue a better player than his time in Toronto. The man's went to San Antonio and became one of the better playmakers in the league, and then people just completely forgot about him, and now he's in Chicago doing the exact same thing that he's been doing ever since he left Toronto, and people are saying he got his groove back. Nah, you just clearly didn't watch enough San Antonio Spurs games, and I don't blame you, but don't start painting narratives just because you're ignorant, because Debo has been that dude, and this year he's just picking up where he left off last season, averaging 26 points along with 4 assists and 5 rebounds, shooting 49% from the field, 89% at the free throw line, and shockingly 35 to 36% from 3. Now granted, he isn't taking that many threes, but he's making them when they count. If you watch the games, you know. And if you watch the games, you definitely know that Demar is a mid-range assassin, always has and always will. This dude can legit get to his spot at any point in the game and knock down those nice little 10 to 15 footers like it's butter. It doesn't matter if it's a post fade, a pull up, or just a spot up, he can do it all in the mid-range. And then on top of all of his offensive gifts, he can get to the basket and play make. I gotta say, Demar is easily one of the most skilled offensive players in the league, and over the last 10 to 15 years, I would say. This year, he's already put himself in MVP talks, as he's the top 5 MVP candidate currently in my personal opinion. And even though I expected him to be good this year, I can't cap. I ain't expect him to be that good. But speaking of things I ain't expect to be that good, that brings us to the final surprise, and I gotta say, those Washington fucking Wizards, man, what the fuck happened to them this offseason? Because when you talk about turning heads, the Wizards have turned some damn heads this year. As currently, yes, they are 4th in the Eastern Conference, but they're only a game and a half out of the 1st seed, and nobody, including the Wizards players' mothers, even thought that shit was gonna happen. And what's surprising me is how they're getting these W's, as their offense hasn't even been that great. They're 21st in points per game and 19th in offensive rating. They have a below average offense, but it's their efforts defensively that's keeping them in these games, despite even Bradley Beal not playing that well, which has contributed to their offense not being that good, as currently they're 7th in opponents' points per game and 5th in defensive rating. And for a team that I would deem doesn't have any elite defenders, that's a big deal because it shows their team defense has been amazing. And I consistently say this time after time after time that one-on-one defense is so overrated. There are so many aspects of defense that matter far more, because in an era where offensive players have so much more advantages than defensive players, it doesn't matter who's on some of these offensive players, because if they're just that skilled, it could be Kawhi Leonard or Enes Kanter. They're sometimes just gonna get the better of them no matter what. That's why things like help defense, communications, rotations, switches, pick and rolls, all of those things are slept on for reasons that I will never understand. Because yes, one-on-one defense is important. I'm not trying to downplay that, but it is only one aspect of defense that isn't as important as a lot of people make it seem. And the Wizards are proof of that. And that's not to say that offensively certain guys are not playing well. Montrezl Harrell, according to Basketball Reference, is an MVP candidate, averaging 18 points and 9 rebounds on 65% shooting from the field. Throw in the fact that Spencer Dinwiddie surprisingly is shooting 37% from 3 on 6 attempts, and that's a dub as well. And shout out to Kyle Kuzma also, because though that fit that he wore yesterday was just straight up atrocious, the guy's been really solid this year. His efficiency may not be the best, shooting 40% from the field, but he's been great on the boards, averaging just short of 10 rebounds a game, and he makes the right reads whether in transition or in the half court. And I see him trying with those no-look passes. Keep trying on, bruh. Keep trying on. And to think they're not only doing this with Beal not playing the best basketball so far, shooting 41% from the field and 28% from 3, but they're doing it without Rui Hachimura. And coming into this season, many people predicted Hachimura to have a most improved player of the year type of season. So when he gets back, that just takes the Wizards to another level. And man, when Beal gets into his bag soon, I ain't gonna lie, this team's gonna be a lot more dangerous than people think. But that concludes this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you drop a like on it to show support with the algorithm, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Press that bell for post notifications and follow me on social media. The links are down below in the description box. This is your boy Young Mustard signing out. Y'all stay safe and have a blessed day. Peace.